Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're diving into Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, episode 2, where the impact of George Senior's passing is felt throughout the Cooper family. This episode gives us an in-depth look at Georgie's journey as he tries to live up to his father's legacy, revealing the emotional toll that responsibility is taking. We'll break down the most intense moments and explore how these events could shape the series' future. Let's get into it. Episode 2 opens with Georgie deeply committed to fulfilling his father's last wishes. Now the head of the family, he's determined to support Mary, Missy, and Sheldon. But the weight of that commitment is already showing. In a heartfelt scene, we see Georgie at George Senior gravesite, talking as if his father were there to offer advice. It's a rare moment of vulnerability, shedding light on just how much Georgie is struggling to keep everything together. Unlike the light-hearted conversations we saw between them and young Sheldon, this moment reveals a more mature side of Georgie, as he comes to grips with what his father's legacy really means. Missy, however, has her own way of handling grief. She gets into trouble at school, even pulling a fire alarm in what seems like a desperate cry for attention. When Georgie gets a call from the school, he realizes just how much responsibility he now bears. With Mary preoccupied by her duties at the church, Missy's actions highlight the growing tension and the disconnect within the family. This rebellion from Missy becomes a major turning point, as Georgie is left to manage her behavior and try to bring the family closer despite their grief. Adding to the pressure, Georgie faces a new conflict with Mandy, who suggests they look for job opportunities outside of Medford. This suggestion doesn't sit well with Georgie. For him, leaving Medford feels like abandoning his family and the promise he made to his father. This disagreement escalates, and in a rare fit of anger, Georgie storms out, driving off to cool down. This reaction shows just how stressed and overwhelmed he is, a level of pressure we haven't seen from him in young Sheldon. It's also a glimpse into the possible tension that could drive a wedge between Georgie and Mandy as they face life's challenges together. The stress gets to Georgie so much that he fears he's having a heart attack. A visit to the doctor reveals that it's actually severe anxiety brought on by the many responsibilities he's juggling. This health scare mirrors a similar situation George Senior experienced in young Sheldon, but this time Georgie has no father to lean on, which makes the situation all the more heartbreaking. While the doctor reassures him, it's clear that Georgie is carrying a burden too heavy for him to bear alone, and this anxiety will likely continue to haunt him as he tries to fulfill his father's legacy. Missy's rebellious streak also has an effect on Georgie and Mandy's relationship. To connect with her, Georgie brings Missy along to visit George Senior's grave, hoping to help her face her grief in a healthy way. While it doesn't magically repair their relationship, the gesture brings them a little closer, showing that Georgie is willing to go to great lengths to be there for her, even if he doesn't always know the best approach. Missy's reluctance to open up fully highlights her own struggle, but Georgie's attempt to bridge that gap underscores his commitment to his family. Meanwhile, Mandy's mother, Audrey, isn't subtle about her concerns regarding Georgie's ability to handle fatherhood and the demands of marriage. She openly disapproves of his temperament and questions whether he can truly provide a stable future for Mandy and baby Cece. Audrey's doubts, while harsh, introduce a new layer of tension as she voices what many might be thinking, that Georgie's challenges may be too overwhelming. This could be a source of further strain between Mandy and Georgie, especially as they try to figure out what's best for their family. As the episode wraps up, Georgie's emotional load is clearer than ever. His promise to his father continues to weigh on him, and he's pushed to his limits, balancing Missy's rebellious behavior, Mandy's career aspirations, and his own unresolved grief. We see a brief moment of relief as Georgie finally opens up to Mandy about his fears, which allows him to release some of the pressure. This honesty could be key in helping him cope, but it's clear his journey is just beginning, and the challenges ahead will not be easy. The episode leaves us with a lot to think about. Will Georgie manage to fulfill his father's legacy without losing himself? Can he balance family responsibilities with his relationship with Mandy, or will their opposing views drive them apart? And with Missy's rebellious streak, how much more will Georgie have to shoulder as he tries to keep the family together? Let us know your thoughts and theories in the comments below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next breakdown. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.